People coming in the house can be a stressful ordeal. Someone rings the doorbell, dog goes mental. We want to change the perception of the doorbell. For most dogs, doorbell means someone's here, let's go mental. What I want Ted to learn is the sound of the doorbell means go to your bed. Right here. Ted. In bed. Right. In your bed. So you just lure him into his bed. And of course, if you have a reactive dog, then you can literally just put a handful of treats in there and then shut the door. This way, you can then bring a guest in.
Children, listen. When you see a dog asleep, leave them alone. But if they come over for a fuss, that's okay. This will help keep you and your dog safe.
How to reduce puppy biting and teach them to settle when they're out of their crate. Right now, Leo is 10 weeks old, and outside of his crate, everything is fun. Everything's a game, and everyone is a chew toy. So what I'm doing right now is sitting on the floor, completely ignoring Leo, holding his lead very, very short. By holding his lead very short, he can't mouth me nearly half as much as he wants. It's forcing me to not have to move my hands away from him, flailing them around, which turns mouthing into a fun game. The other reason I'm holding his lead short is because I don't want him running around, picking up everything and turning everything else into a game. I want him to learn to settle down. Okay, after a few minutes of doing this, you notice Leo's gone from mouthing to licking. Now I can start to give Leo some affection. Yeah, teach him this is what I want. A few minutes after that, Leo completely settles down. Cute puppy. You love it when it climbs all over you. You love it when it sits on your lap. You actually give your dog many repetitions of reinforcing this by stroking your dog and interacting with your dog when it does this. Did you know very soon that puppy's going to get big and you're not going to enjoy it? Did you know you might think it's okay for your dog to jump on you, but you're going to scold your dog when it does it to your child or to your nan or to the stranger down the road? Understand puppies don't grow out of bad behaviour. That's a fucking myth. They're simple. What they can do now, they'll do when they're adolescents, they'll do when they're an adult, they'll do when they're a senior. The only way to get rid of unwanted behaviour is to, one, not reinforce it, and two, teach your dog what you'd like them to do instead. So look at your dog right now and look at the behaviours it exhibits. Would you accept this if it did it to a stranger? Would you accept it if it did it to your child? Is the behaviour your puppy exhibiting going to be okay when it's £30, when it's £50, when it's £100? Is that going to be okay? Start as you mean to go on. Set the standard now while they're young and it will help you massively. If you want a well-behaved puppy, it's actually more simpler than you think. All it requires is a bit of discipline on your part. What you do is you get a crate, puppy lead, puppy's dinner. That's all you need. When the puppy wakes up from the crate, you attach the puppy lead to it, take it straight in the garden, wait for it to go to the toilet. Big reward for when the dog goes to the toilet outside. Teach the puppy from the get-go, that's where you go to the toilet. Now it's time for interacting. This is your time to invest in the puppy and bond. Straight into a training session. Leave it, food refusal, how to walk on a lead, recall, sits, downs, to name a few things. Get used to being brushed, get used to being groomed, checked all over. Then after this, you're going to want to give the dog a Kong or a bone, something to chew on, something to help it calm down and decompress. Then the puppy's going to be ready for a nap. When it wakes up an hour or two later, you repeat this all over again. Each week, the dog's out of the crate longer and longer. Each week, the puppy sessions go on for longer and longer. The mistake we make is when the puppy's awake, we let the puppy do whatever it wants. We give it too much freedom. Too much freedom too soon. The puppy goes crazy, gets into everything, starts barking, having accidents around the house, chewing things, being destructive, terrorising the children, jumping all over the sofa, breaking bones where it's not ready to be jumping, but it's all over the place. Invest the time now. Be strict for the first 6 months to 12 months so you can spend the next 10 plus years having the time of your life. She's the smartest breed of dog on the planet. If I give her nothing, she's going to give me nothing. If I give her something, she'll give me about tenfold. Right, tonight is Halloween and it can be a very scary time for dogs. Lots of masked figures at the door. So, let's make it an easy experience and turn this into a positive. Let's teach the dogs how to behave when someone knocks at the door because you're going to have ample practice. Pop your dog on a lead for tonight. Every time the door goes, pick up the dog's lead and lead them to their crate or their bed. Give them a handful of treats. Go and give the kids their Halloween candy. Shut the door, go back to your dog, release it from its bed, give it some more treats. You can use your dog's dinner for this tonight if you want, instead of putting a bowl down on the floor. But you're going to have a good few hours of constant repetition, door knock, dog in the crate, giving your dog good things, teaching it how to behave when people knock at the door. It's going to be less scary and it's going to be much more fun for your dog. And if you're taking your kid out for Halloween and it's dressed as Jeffrey Dahmer, you have failed as a parent. I'm going to let you into a little secret that will change your relationship with your dog forever. And it's so easy. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do this with their dog. Before you give your dog anything, wait for it to look at you. Before a walk, wait for it to look at you. Before you feed it, wait for it to look at you. Before you throw a ball, wait for it to look at you. Before you let it in or out of the car, wait for it to look at you. Before you let it in the back garden, wait for it to look at you. Wait for your dog to look at you. It makes you relevant. The dog understands looking at you led to the things it wants. And all those people that say it doesn't work, it's because you're not waiting long enough. You're impatient, and that is the problem. Your dog eventually has to look at you. If you just wait those extra few seconds or few minutes, not only is your dog calming down in the process, you're teaching impulse control, making yourself relevant. Don't ask for the dog to look at you, wait.
She'll just jump up like that.
Yeah.
Other times.
But look, I've got no control of this.
No, that's my problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep coming, it's fine. It's safe right there, looking. Safe right there. Now, did you see how she looked at Soph then and I clicked?
Yeah.
Well, she knows what that clicker means. Watch this. This is how I can stop her jumping up. So as Sophie comes in, she's going to look at Sophie like that. But here's that.
Yeah.
If you play fetch with your dog, here's a couple of things you need to know. Normal tennis balls are really bad for your dog's teeth. Prolonged use and destructive behaviour towards the tennis balls can act as a corrosive and sand down their teeth. Chuck it balls are much better. They fit in a ball launcher and are much kinder to your dog's teeth. If your dog barks in anticipation for the tennis ball and you go, shut up and throw the ball, you're conditioning your dog to bark more. Dog learns barking gets you to throw the ball. So you're going to reinforce barking. Don't do that. You must wait for them to be silent. 2, don't throw the ball when they're fixating on the ball. Target fixation leads to obsession. You want them to break their fixation and look at you, and then you throw the ball. Also, don't throw it over and over and over again without making your dog do something. It conditions an athlete, an adrenaline junkie that needs more. Make them do a sit, down, come, heel. Anything, eye contact, boom, get the ball. And don't play with it every single day, because as I said, it can become an obsession, particularly for dogs like collies and stuff like that. Tennis balls should be used for short periods of time, and they should be fun, and there should be rules to the game. The dog should never be jumping up trying to get the ball. If your dog struggles to drop it, you can use 2-ball method. That's nice and simple. But there are a couple of rules you should know before playing with this. Difficult to train, aggressive and unpredictable, crazy choice of dog. This is just some of the stuff that the mother of this child was told when they said they were going to get a Staffy. Staffies have this terrible stigma attached to them as being a devil dog, but this couldn't be further from the truth. A well-trained Staffy makes one of the best family dogs you could ever ask for. People really need to stop believing everything they read in the newspaper. This video says all you need to know. Look at the control this 7-year-old has. That's more control than that it's okay its friendly owners have of their dog. This girl rocks, so does the Staffy. Would your dog ignore someone trying to give them food without permission from you? If you answered no, then you need to be working on food refusal. Daily, dogs are admitted to the vets because they ate something they shouldn't. You want to stop him doing that, though. It's the energy. It's like, hello, how you doing? No. Right? See, it creates excitement. Then you're like, no, get off me, stop it. Right, enough. If you want it to stop, then you slow down. Yeah? You see? They don't take it personally, and then Luna.
As we move into the admissible, here we go.
So block, you stop. Just hold the collar and then a massage. My favourite breed of dog is a Rottweiler. They're big enough you can have a rough and tumble with, gentle enough to be around the children, imposing enough that people are going to think twice before messing with your missus. I'm quite comfortable being able to go out, leave my wife and kids at home knowing they're safe. They don't have so much energy that they're overbearing, and they're loyal to a T. Second favourite would be the Staffy Bull Terrier. It's just the ultimate fucking dog. Great with children, great with people, and really, really healthy dog, hardy dog. Least favourite dogs are anything with a flat face, because it doesn't matter how well bred they are, they're simply never going to be as healthy as a dog with a long snout. If you want a great family dog that's going to live 15 to 18 years, very few health problems, can go on holiday with you, can travel easily, great with people, great with children, shit guard dog, then may I suggest the Staffy Bull Terrier. The only thing you must understand about the Staffy Bull Terrier is it's not inherently dog friendly, and although it might not start a fight, it's not likely to back down from a fight. So if you're around other dogs, just keep it on a lead, unless it's got a bomb-proof recall and you know how to advocate for that dog. Go out with your Staffy, throw a tennis ball around as long as it's got a bomb-proof recall, or play tug of war with it. Go on adventures, go on journeys. But if you want a solid, healthy, well-rounded, great with people, family dog, Staffy Bull Terrier is amazing. Best dog on the planet. That's the other thing I want. I want, if he hits the end of his lead, to turn back. Yeah? So if I go this way, because when I've got this attention, everything else is easier. Dog, looking, let's go. Love that command. Walk towards the dog again. Let's go. Bit distracted. Wow! Don't worry about the camera, man. But notice how I'm moving back.